Hello guys, today I'll be explaining what I'm using the 1 minute for in my system. As you guys know, I made part 1 and part 2 about my system already. Part 1 is about the 1 hour, part 2 is about the 15 minutes. So yeah, as I said in both of them, you don't need to watch every video to understand what I'm doing in each video. Um, so you can use certain concepts I'm using in your own strategy if you want to, if you're interested in knowing what the results will be, or you can just watch it for entertainment. So if you want to learn my strategy in great details, then I recommend you watch everything, obviously. And if you don't, yeah, then you do whatever you want. So I already drew some things because the 1 minute is the time frame with the most, um, like in the 1 hour. Sometimes I said like something, I explained something, and then I said this just comes based on testing. So the more you test, the more you will just understand what I'm explaining. Well, on the 1 minute, for 30% of the trades, it's that case. Because on the 1 minute, every trade I take is so different from each other, but also the same, for me at least. For me, it's always the same, but to the normal eye, it's so different. So it's very hard to explain it in a way that's very understandable. So I made it easy for myself and I already drew some things so I have a little bit of an idea what I'm going to explain. But yeah, maybe I'll split this video up in two parts. It depends how much I can get done in like half an hour or something, 45 minutes. And if not, then yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll get everything done, but it won't be as clear as I think it should be because it's the entry time frame. So um, your context time frame can be very clean. Your validation time frame can be very clean as well. And your entry time frame, well, it will support your context and your validation time frame in some way, but to achieve the same results as me in this backtest file, your entry time frame is playing a huge role as well. So let's get into it. So I drew first the 1 hour. So these are 1 hour and 15 minutes. These are both contexts which I really like. As you can see, I drew the 15 minute according to the 1 hour. So this is what I mean, what you can think of if you see the 1 hour like this. The 15 minute will look something like this. Not exactly, of course, because it's not real price, but you get the point. So first off, my strategy on the 1 minute, I want to see an impulse. Then I want it to go sideways, and then I'm buy stopping the high that started the sideways price action. And then I hope for 1 2 3. Well, not I hope, but you get the point. For those of you who watched my 15-minute video, you'll think, oh, okay, he's just doing the same on the 1 minute as he's doing on the 15 minute. Well, no, because if you saw the 15-minute video, you saw that the 15 minutes highs, I'm choosing to confirm if I can drop down to the 1 minute are really close or fast. Depends on how you want to look at it. What I mean by close or fast, if let's say your 15 minute is moving like this, and you say, okay, this is not sideways enough for me. This is not sideways enough. I want it to go more sideways. And you think, okay, I'm gonna go for a chart that moves something like this. and I'm waiting for the high that started the sideways price action. So it's this one basically if you really want to be um, like strict on your rules. It is this one, but based on the rules that I'm gonna explain in a bit on the 1 minute, it's not really great for me to use this high. So uh, over the time, so when I was refining and stuff, I saw that um, I could use fractal sideways price action. So this for me is fractal sideways price action because on another time frame it will be sideways price action. It will be something like this. Well, maybe not exactly this, you get the point again, but it will be sideways price action. Maybe more like this, but it will be in some way sideways price action for me. Even if you don't think it's sideways, which I mean, I do believe it's sideways in a way, but it's not sideways as you would love to explain sideways to someone. But I just like the term sideways because it shows there's a pause in trend, which I really like. So I just use the term sideways because it's easier for me. I always used it, and it doesn't even depend which term you give it. If you want to give this, I don't know, the name Trump Tower or something, I want to see a Trump Tower move. Okay, then you call it Trump Tower move. Nobody cares about the names you give it. So you saw on the 15 minute, I take much faster highs. Like after this high got tapped, I would jump down to the 1 minute. After this high got tapped, I would jump to one, maybe this high. Depends on the candle structure you see. So yeah, but on the 1 minute, so that's what I was trying to say. On the 1 minute, I don't. On the 1 minute, I don't want it to go really fast because if the 15 minute is fast, so in a way extended, if you want to look at it that way, if the 15 minute is extended and you take a 1 minute trade that is already extended, well, mm, you know, it's not really a great way to enter your trades. So I prefer that the 15 minute is extended, as some people would call extended. For me, it's not extended, but I'm just saying extended because some guys will call it extended. Maybe it's easier for you guys to know. Maybe if I tell someone, yeah, I'm trading here, he'll say, oh, that's way too extended. But I'm thinking, oh no, this is perfectly fine. So I'm just saying extended so you guys get the point. Um, so yeah, on the 1 minute, I wanted to go sideways more. Obviously not too long, because then it would just be raging, and I don't want to be trading ranging price action. So I'd give you guys an example of a trade I would take. So just in your head, think this is the 1 hour, this is the 15 minute, and I'm at this high right now. What I want to see, so I draw the price action from this high. So price comes down, goes up again, then it goes down again, then it goes up again, then it goes down again. So right now we're at this low here. Probably it would go up again, down again, up again, maybe a little bit lower, something like this. Then it will go down again, then it comes up and it breaks this high. That's why you could use this high. It doesn't really make a difference because in this um what's it called? In this little piece of price action, there is no sideways price action anyways, so you would not get a trade. So that's why I'm putting the what's it called? I'm telling it so often that if you use another like in the 15-minute video I'm talking about it. If you use another high than that I'm using, it doesn't really matter because sometimes it would just run through it and I didn't get a trade and you didn't get a trade too. Maybe I would get a trade when you got a trade as well, but maybe I got a trade when you didn't. So then it would run through this high. Maybe another way. Maybe it would go like this or something. It doesn't really matter. Maybe it will even go like this. Doesn't matter. So let's say it just went like this. Then I want it to go sideways a little bit. And when I'm drawing, I want you to imagine EMAs on it as well, because it just makes it easier for me so I don't have to draw EMAs as well. If you never saw EMAs, um, it's really hard to understand what I'm explaining you guys, because I use EMAs for pretty much everything. So yeah, then I wanted to go sideways, and when price catches up to the 9 EMA, or the EMA catches up to price, it doesn't really matter how you're looking at it. I just like to say when price catches up to the EMA, because the EMA is the average of the trend. So when price catches up to the average of the trend, which is really logic in your head, then I'll buy stop the high that started the sideways price action as well. So the only difference is when I say the high that started the sideways price action on the 1 minute, on the 1 minute, so 1 minute, 50 minutes, on the 1 minute, I would pick a high that is um, confirming strength. So pick a high that is really, let's just put really confirming the trend. And on the 15 minutes, I would pretty much do the same, but less strict. So I do the same, but less strict. Okay, so this is for the guys who saw the 15-minute video. If you didn't, no problem, just continue watching this one. If you want to, go watch the 15-minute one. Okay, so once it went sideways and the EMA and price catches up to the EMA, so what I mean by catches up, it taps the EMA. If it closes below the EMA, I don't like it, I'm not taking it. But if it taps the EMA or it wicks the EMA, which is basically tapping the EMA, then I'm buy stopping it. If I get, let's say, a candle that is closing under the EMA, I'm not looking for trade. So let's say I get a candle here that closes under the EMA, okay? So let's say this is my EMA. It closed under. I would be buying this high, buy stopping this high if it did not close under, but it did. So I'm waiting for the next candle. If the next candle opens here, closes here, sorry, above the EMA, then I'm putting my buy stop on again. If the next candle closes below, I'm deleting it. And in this way, I can make sure I don't get this. Then it just drops down. Well, of course I do get it, but a lot less than I did before refining it this way. So, um, and what could happen is that you get a candle that closed below the EMA. So in this case, it closed below the EMA, and then it just bursts through your entry. So your entry would be here. Now the price closed here. Okay, no problem. You buy stop this high, you put your stop loss below this low, and you just write it up. So that's basically what I'm doing on the 1 minute in really um, simple terms. Now, of course, there is a lot more to it because otherwise I would not be have written I would not wrote down I would not have written so much rules down. So let's talk about structure breaks. So this goes a bit in the concept I was talking about on the 1 hour time frame with the structure rules I'm using. I'm gonna explain it um, in this video again, but very simple compared to in the 1 hour video. If you don't understand what I'm saying and you are interested in it, go to the 1 hour video. I'm explaining what I'm explaining right now in those 2 minutes I'm giving you the time to explain it to you. um, in great detail with a lot of examples. So, okay, if your trend is bullish and you want to label your highs and lows, or your higher highs and your higher lows, or your lower lows and those kinds of stuff, what I'm using to determine a high and a low is a candlestick pullback rule. So let's say you get your candles up like this, and we'll add wicks to it like this. Okay. So right now we're at this high, okay? Just so people you can understand it. For me to mark this as a high, so if I want to put the letter high or just high here, I want it to have a pullback. What I mean by a pullback is a candle that closed below the wick or the body. If there's no wick, then it's the body. I want the candle to close below the wick or the body of the previous candle. Okay? So imagine this candle being red. If this candle closes below this wick or this body, but let's just put a wick because most of the times you get wicks, it's a pullback for me. If this candle closes like this, I cannot label this a high. Okay, now let's say my next candle goes like this, and there's a wick. Is this a high now or not? This one, is this a high or not? Of course it's a high, because the rule doesn't state it needs to be after a bullish candle. It just says it needs to close below the body or the candle or the previous candle. The body or the wick, sorry, or the previous candle. So if you want to write it down, um, a pullback is a candle close below. So we're talking in a bullish scenario. So below, if you're bearish, it would be above. Close below the wick slash body of the previous candle. Okay, if you want to take notes, write this down. If you don't, it's really easy. If you just say this out loud 5 times, you'll never forget it. Okay, so right now we label this a high. What if I want to label this a low? What needs to, so low, I'll put it in caps so it's easier. Low. I want the high to be broken, obviously, because otherwise, how would I call this a low? So I put the high, always the wick, and I wait for it to get tapped or like broken with a body close. Okay, so here you go. This is the low, this is the high, high, low, and then we wait for the same thing again. Price runs up, so like this. Price runs up, then you wait for the same thing like this. Okay. Um. Now you guys you guys do understand the point, yeah? But price is not always moving in this clear way. What will happen sometimes, you will get like beautiful price action up, amazing price action, and then you'll get candles down, obviously, because market goes down as well. Let me just go like this. It goes down, it goes down. Okay, maybe not that deep. And then it goes up again. So like this. This looks like obviously there's a pullback here. Look how deep it retraced in the structure. Now, if I add wicks to it, which it changes the game instantly. If this wick comes all the way down here, after this candle closes, there's no pullback. If this wick closes all the, if this wick is all the way down here, there's still no pullback because where is your rule is not met here. So even if this came all the way down, and then it came up again, there would not be a pullback. So it's very important that you guys are not attached to how deep is price dropping, but more to how is price dropping. Okay, so that's enough said for the pullback. Maybe I'll keep this because it just uh, makes it easier for you guys to see. Okay, now why did I explain this? Because I use it on the 1 minute as well. When I'm on the 1 minute, I want to wait for a reaccumulation, and I can trade inside the reaccumulation. And if it breaks the high once, and also if it breaks the other high again. So what I mean by a reaccumulation is we have bullish scenario. So when I'm drawing these highs, I'm talking about a pullback, okay? So there's a candle, there are two candles in here. One of them closes below the other one, okay? So what I mean by reaccumulation is when price drops down, breaks the low, but it should be breaking the high because it was bullish. So it should be making a higher high here, but it didn't. Some of you will call this liquidation or a liquidity sweep or something like this. I just call it reaccumulation because I've taught myself by my mentors and stuff, but like my mentor, not my mentors, that it's called a reaccumulation. So I'm just calling it if you want to call this, I don't know, uh, just some random ass word. Give me a random word generator. Then it asks me all these kind of questions. I don't care. Just want random words. Okay, so if you call, what is this word? If you call a reaccumulation digest, fine, call it digest. Nobody cares. You're not gonna get more profitable or less profitable by calling it reaccumulation. Doesn't matter. I just call it reaccumulation. It's easy for yourself to have terms attached to things you're looking at, so you're not confused. Okay, so you get your reaccumulation. Always remember when I'm drawing something, I'm imagining EMAs with it. You guys should too, if you want to use my strategy or learn from me. Um, Waiting for the same thing again. Impulse, sideways, buy stop, run it up. So this is what I call trading inside the reaccumulation. Did I write it down somewhere in here? Uh, did I not write it down? Oh, I put it here. Okay. Um, so entry time frame needs to be in a reaccumulation, MB1 or MB2. So this is break of structure 1, break of structure 2. It's called MB because it's a concept Mentefix teaches. So he just called it MB. If you want to call it break of structure, you call it break of structure. Nobody cares. So um, any price action before it breaks this high, I call it inside the reaccumulation. So I'm trading inside reaccumulation. As soon as it breaks the reaccumulation once, so let's just imagine I have an entry here. So let's say this is my entry. uh, like this, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. If I would label this trade, I would say I traded inside reaccumulations. Okay, inside reaccumulation. Now, let's say I'm trading this kind of price action in here. So I get a trade here. I'm buy stopping it again. And my chart is inverted. That's why I'm pressing on a short. But it's a long actually. But you know. Um, okay, so I get tapped in. Price runs up. So win again. Great. This is a trade in break of structure 1. So MB1. Well, not really. Depends. You can call it MB1, MB2, MB3. Nobody cares. Call it break of structure 1 because it broke structure once. Then it breaks structure again. This price action, I'm trading it as well because I said in my rules I can trade up to MB2. Okay, so um, let's try it a little bit cleaner. I'm waiting for, let's say, this high to get tapped, so getting tapped in like this. 1, 2, 3. Price runs up, and I get my trade. I buy stop this high. Okay, so this is a trade. This one inside reaccumulation, and this one is what did I say? Break of structure 1. And this is break of structure 2. Break of structure 2. In my backtest file, you guys can see it as well. Inside reaccumulation, I check the box if it's traded inside a reaccumulation, like here. You see, it's inside a reaccumulation. I can go over every trade, but no need for it. I do it because if I want to refine, which I don't think I'm gonna do, I can just check like inside reaccumulation. I go like this. Inside reaccumulation, does it perform well? Yes or no? Oh yeah, it does. Okay, I can keep trading inside reaccumulation. If this would go negative, I would say, okay, skip that rule. I'm not trading inside reaccumulations again because it just makes my strategy worse. Okay, let's say it breaks this high again. Am I trading? No, because it make more than two break of structures up. So like three. So 1, 2, 3. Not trading. Even this price action not trading because it broke this one already. This one I'm not trading as well. So I hope you guys get the point. Um, that's it really for the basics of my strategy. Maybe I'll keep this on as well. Maybe it helps some people. Okay, so now we'll go back to this. So what I'm gonna be explaining right now is for the guys who saw the 15-minute video. So they also have their what's it called? Their cookie for watching the 15-minute video. So on the 15 minutes, you guys know I'm waiting for this high to get tapped, so I can go down to the 1 minute, wait for it to be clean with my EMAs, and then take a trade. Okay, this blue line is this blue line on the 1 minute. Okay, this is on the 15 minutes. This is on the 1 minute. So imagine EMAs again. Maybe you can't. If you can't, just imagine the impulse side is price action impulse again. I can't. Also, a thing which I realized, I can't explain EMAs very well. Well, not me personally, but someone can't explain EMAs really well. If I take two people and I explain person A, I teach him 10 years every day for 8 years, for 8 hours a day. I tell him, take your notes, I'm gonna talk about EMAs. And I'm not showing him EMAs ever. He does not see EMAs for 10 years straight, but I'm explaining him all the details there is to know about EMAs. After 10 years, of course, he will know some things about EMAs. And then you have person B, and he will, for 6 months, look at EMAs. Well, EMAs and price, obviously, because you need price to get your EMAs. So, who do you think can imagine EMAs better on a chart? Obviously, the person that looked 6 months straight at EMAs, because he saw it, it's printed in his head. His eyes can recognize him, can recognize the EMAs. The person who just took notes for 10 years, well, he can do his best, but he will not get as close as the other one. So that's what I wanted to say real quick. If you don't see EMAs, stop watching. No, if you don't know anything about EMAs, stop watching videos on EMAs. Maybe watch like 2, 3 videos just to know what is an EMA, what does it mean, what is it like, what is the average, you know? Um, and then just go on the chart, look at the EMAs, um, and you'll get, I mean, your your eye will adapt to it. Okay, so as I said, this line is this line, but then on the 1 minute. So imagine now where would I take a trade? First of all, in this scenario, there isn't really a trade. At least if let's say this line is one candle that just drops down instantly, there's no trade for me. Why? Because there's no sideways price action. I wanted to go sideways or a pause in a trend, but a pause in a trend doesn't mean an impulse and a drop. This is just chop. Because if you have this enough times, well, okay, it's ranging. So is this really a pause or a pause in a trend? No, there is no trend, so how can it be a pause of something there isn't? So no pause in a trend for me. Even if I draw it like this, okay, for the guys who saw the 1 hour video, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Do I like this? Yes or no? Obviously no, because, well, if you know, you know. If you don't, and you're interested, go watch the 1 hour video. Um, so what was I talking about? So yeah, pause in the trend. Pause in the trend for me, something like this. Up, sideways, drops down, goes up again. If you have this enough times, maybe go like this so we don't use too much space. If you have this enough times, okay, now we have really trend. Trend, pause, trend, pause, trend. That's what I want. Why? Because I'm buy stopping a high. Now I hope it all comes together for the guys who saw every video, 1 hour, 15 minute, 1 minute. I hope it all comes together in your mind. Okay, this guy is buy stopping something, like buy stopping a high. So obviously he wants price to just run, 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 run. And that's why I'm using EMAs and not SNDs. If you're using SNDs, well, it depends which SNDs you're using. But if you're using SNDs based on structure and your SND is all the way down in your structure, what I mean by down is like this. If your SND is chilling in here and you're buy stopping a high, well, you're buy stopping this high when your confirmation was here. So, well, you get the point. Okay. So how long are we? Okay, it's fine. Um, so yeah, in here there's no trade for me because it didn't go sideways. This one, beautiful, amazing. So it's this high here, amazing, just beautiful. Why? It went up. Also, guys, if you want to, if you're an advanced person and you understand, well, not an advanced person because you can't be an advanced person, but if you know what I'm talking about and you're a little bit advanced on the charts already, you spend some time behind charts, you can understand this principle in these screenshots as well. So just see every high and low as a pullback and then check, oh, is this structure break one he traded, two, or is it inside reaccumulation? So for me personally, so here there's no trades. Wait, I'll go like this. Um, so no trades. In here, there is for sure a trade. It's this one. No, it's this one. Like this, you put your stop loss over there. This one is fine as well, but it's a little bit high. Again, it depends on how the candles are formed. But it's a little bit high, so I won't be drawing this one. So you target 1, 2, 3, and you just wait. This one is really amazing. Now, a good question to ask yourself is this guy trading in breakout structure 1, 2, or inside reaccumulation? I'll let you guys think about this one for a minute. It's a little bit tricky one, so do not get tricked by this one. Um, Here, there is obviously no trade. These things you will get sometimes. The sideways price action was in here. So this is number 3, so it's this one. The sideways price action was in here, but because it did not tap the high already, because it did not tap the high, there's no trade for me. Because I'm going on the 1 minute at this time. So after the move has already happened. So what I'm doing right now, I'm waiting for it to go sideways so I can buy stop it and run it up again. So no trades in this one. I'm just showing you guys some examples, okay? These are not like real-time stuff. Four is this one. This one is amazing. This is like A plus. If I want to draw my 1 minute entries and I could pray for them to happen every single day, I'll draw this one because it's just amazing. Some of you guys will see this as Wyckoff or yeah, just Wyckoff. Maybe if you don't know it, I'll just show you a picture of Wyckoff. And if you're interested in Wyckoff, well, you can learn Wyckoff. Something like this. If it wants to load. Okay, it doesn't. Maybe this one. Yeah, it's something like this. Um, so yeah. My entry, by the way, would be okay. So this is, by the way, a tricky one because you guys can see it's really impulsive in here and in here. So what might happen is the 9 EMA. So I'm entering based off the 9 EMA. Maybe I forgot to say it. I don't remember. Entering based off the 9 EMA. If the 9 EMA goes like this, is there an entry for me or not? No, because it didn't tap. So this could be really a pain in the ass if you see this happen live. But you just gotta let your edge do its thing and don't worry too much about um, price not doing exactly what you want. Because if you want price to do exactly what you want, uh, then you don't need to trade because you'll have enough money by the end of the month to never trade again. Um, okay, so let's say the 9 EMA taps price here, or even here. It could be something like this. Doesn't really matter. It just taps it, and you put your buy stop on this high, stop loss over there. Target 1 2 3. Great trade, amazing. Journal this. If you don't have any trades journaled, take a screenshot right now of your screen of this one and this one and just look for these moments in the markets. Okay, so we'll go back to my question I asked in this one. In which structure break or yeah, structure break am I trading? For you guys who said break of structure 1 because there's one break and then I'm trading inside of that break, it's actually wrong. Why is this wrong? Because you don't know where the previous low was. Okay? So if price went like this, which it did, and it broke this high, you can't say is this break of structure 1, break of structure 10, break of structure 11, break of structure 4, because you don't know if this was happening before. You see what I mean? If I show you this now and I draw this, you can clearly see break of structure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, he traded break of structure 6. He can't do it because it's in his rules. His rules say break of structure 1 and 2, so trade is not valid. But I'll just assume that price went like this. We can check, but you understand the point. Just assume price went like this or something. Wait, price went like this. So it broke this high. This is inside reaccumulation. This is MB1 and we're trading MB2. So break of structure 1, break of structure 2. Okay? Um, and maybe this happened because this is here. So maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. We don't know. So yeah, that's it for the 1 minute. Obviously, there's a lot more that comes to it. That's why I was thinking about maybe showing you guys some screenshots of my 1 minute trades and just go over them. Um, for those who are interested in it, we're at 40 minutes. Yeah, we could add it. If you're just here for the concepts and you understand it, you can quit this video. Um, the concepts and everything is over. Okay, so this one amazing. I picked very clear ones. Okay, in the last video I did not because uh, Yeah, I don't really know, but I figured out it may be better if I just picked very clean ones. So this one very clean, amazing, and beautiful. Look at the EMAs. I want for the guys who are not used to seeing EMAs on their chart, I want you guys to look at the EMAs. Because price, everybody saw price. Well, look at the EMAs, and especially look at the way price interacts with the EMAs. Not, don't look at them at some weird what's it called? Golden Cross, Golden Cross EMAs or something. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, Golden Cross. There was something. I don't know. Don't pay attention to EMAs crossing each other because doesn't doesn't really matter. Okay, so clean. This one clean as well. Very clean. You could say it's extended, but why is it not extended? Because I got a reaccumulation. Because it made a liquidity sweep, if you want to call it liquidity sweep. This one amazing as well. It came really deep. It made a great reaccumulation, and yeah, it's made this. The red line, by the way, is the blue line. Okay, so for you guys, um, so yeah, really great as well. You could be buy stopping this as well, but I'm gonna explain what happened here because this is actually really nice. So I had no confirmation for a trade until this big white candle. Why? Because this candle closed below the 9 EMA, as I said, so I could not take a trade here. But um I can take a trade once this candle closes. But my buy stop preferably would be here above this high. Because yeah, just for me, as I said, comes with testing. Preferably it would be this high, but I can't because it didn't close yet. So I'm wait. I did explain where was I explaining it again? Ah, I forgot. Was it this one? No, okay, I don't remember. Um, okay, so yeah, so what happened then? I just thought, okay, but this candle is also part of this bigger sideways price action, so I can also buy stop that one. So I buy stopped it. Same thing here. Well, not same thing, but I mean same thing as all my 1 minute trades. Moves up beautifully. If you're a beginner, by the way, don't trade this price action because it's more so accumulation than reaccumulation, but you could because your 50 minute is very clean and your 1 hour as well. Well, at least if they are. If they aren't, then you have a problem right there. But they must be for me, so that's why. This I would not trade it as well if you're a beginner, but for me it's doable because I'm seeing intermediary structure in here. So for you guys a little bit more advanced, intermediary structure, what I mean by intermediary structure, I'm gonna go like this. Okay, so you have your um, structure-wise, you're ranging right here, okay? Because you're in a big range, price is doing not really something. But for me, if price is uh okay, for me, if price is moving like this, I'm always looking at intermediate, not always, because sometimes it's too ugly. But after this bullish run, which is really impulsively, I decided, okay, well, I don't really remember what I decided at the moment because it's backtesting, but I can tell you what I would imagine right now, and obviously it's the same thing as I would when I was backtesting it. That's why there are rules. So you see this big impulse and you think, okay, maybe there is some strength. Because after this, you think, okay, there's no strength. I'm skipping this. I'm not looking at it. But after the big impulse, you think, okay, maybe there is some strength. Because obviously this is strength. And you start looking at it. You skip this range because you don't like it. And you start looking at it. Okay, low, high, low, high, low, high, breaks the low. So technically we're in a reaccumulation. We're in intermediary reaccumulation for me. It moves up, go sideways, and I buy stop a high. It's always the same thing. But if you're a beginner and you don't, even if you know what you're doing on a chart, don't do this because well, you can backtest it, but don't do it on live markets because It's really, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll start seeing this as reaccumulation. You'll buy stop this high, maybe even here you will not get tapped in. Um, yeah, you will see maybe this you'll see. Oh yeah, this made reaccumulation here. Some well, luckily you did not get tapped in. If you did, but you get the point. So yeah, if you're not advanced, don't do this. This is amazing as well. Traded MB2, even though MB2 is not so profitable for me. Well, at least not as profitable as MB1. How can I explain? So just look at the win rates on inside reaccumulation. Inside reaccumulation, it's 40 with break evens, and MB2 is 30. So it just depends on. Well, you could say okay, because inside reaccumulation is way better than MB2. I'm not trading MB2. Well, MB2 is great as well. It's just not as great, which is trading. Some entries will be not as great as other entries. So should you skip all your not so great entries for a potential of only taking the good entries, which happen maybe twice a year, which put you at 6% for the year, or should you also take the not so great entries that could put you at 12% a year? You get the point? If you only take let's say you only take your great entries and you make, this is your equity curve, okay? This is 1 year. Here you're at your 1 year mark at this high. So this is only great entries. I'll make this green just for the psychology. Only great entries, you're at this point, but you did not get a lot of trades. This is one trade, second trade, third trade, okay? Then you take your not so great entries as well. You made more money, maybe not much more, but in some cases you will make a much more. You don't know because it's trading, you don't know. Um, yeah, I'm not going to go too in depth because it's not about the 1 minute, but you get the point. Um, it's just some psychology thing. So where was I? Was it this one? This one is amazing. As I said, MB2 doesn't really matter. It's still amazing. Why? Impulse, sideways. Oh, okay, by the way, this is interesting to say. You could say, okay, but it went sideways, then it moved up. Why didn't you buy stop this high? Because it's too big. If the candle is very big and the RR target seems far away, don't take it. The candle is very big, so I'm not taking it. You could, but it doesn't mean you should. You could, but you could also just be patient and wait for a better entry. If you don't get a better entry, okay, then even if I got this candle at MB2, I would still not take it. Because after this candle, I still have opportunity to get involved in the setup. Because it's making MB2, so it's making breakout structure 2, so I can still trade it. But if it's making breakout structure 3, I can't trade it. So it's much harder emotionally to say, no, I'm not getting in. But if you want to get good at trading, you need to control uh, your trading style. Same thing, this is amazing. Screenshot this as well. This is beautiful. Maybe I didn't explain you guys very great the reaccumulation. The reaccumulation can be more than one breaks down, by the way. If this went, so let's say this went like this. Uh, okay, so it made two breaks down. Oh no, it made two breaks down. Break one, break two. It made two breaks down. It's not a reaccumulation. Why did you trade it? Well, it is a reaccumulation. In my books, it is a reaccumulation. But obviously here the EMAs aren't that clean because it runs really deep. That's why you're using EMAs. So I hope you guys understand the point. So in here it made multiple breakdown, but it didn't go as deep. It just made breaks down, but not gaps down in terms of like big candles. This is a little bit harder to see because it came above and all this kind of stuff, but I'm seeing this as sideways price action. This is also very clean, by the way. This one also hard. So here you could say, oh, but it just tapped on this candle, so you did not get your validation time frame to give you validation to go to the 1 minute. Yes, it did, because this candle, maybe the line is too thick, but this candle, yeah, this candle would give me the alert to go to the 1 minute. And also, it's not very clean because I'm not showing the MBs on the screenshot, so, but obviously not all my, what is it? 360, 62 screenshots are as beautiful. So yeah, that's everything I had to say, I think. Yeah. I think this video went really well in terms of explaining. Well, it went really well for the 1 minute, because the 1 minute is a little bit more um, hard to explain for me, because there's just so much happening on the entry time frame that I don't know how to explain it. Maybe for you guys who are not used to seeing EMAs on your chart, I'll make a part 4 or maybe a separate case for the EMAs. Because once you get the superpower, let's call it, to see EMAs on your charts, it's amazing. Especially if you're trading a trending system. If you're trading a trending system and you're not using EMAs, I'm not saying you're like lacking or something, or you're missing out on gains, but you should test just to see what your system is capable of. Because once you use EMAs, you're getting involved at averages of trend. So if I'm talking to someone and I'm telling them I'm just trading a trending system and I get involved on averages of trend, like the average price of the trend, um, maybe I didn't explain it really well, but you get the point. They'll just think, oh yeah, that's logic. If the price is moving up, I'm just entering on the average of the thing and then I make money. It's very logic. So just try. If you test it and it's not working, like you're losing out on profits and stuff, once you start using EMAs, then just cut it off. But yeah, it's really great to be able to see EMAs on your chart. Like even if you don't have your structure rules and you're looking at this kind of price action, like if I remove the EMAs, it's like, oh, yeah, this could go up, maybe it goes down. I don't really know. But it went up, so it must go up again. Then you start adding EMAs and you see, okay, what the fuck is this? You're just looking at, I don't even know what you're looking at. It's just ugly. You want price to be, yeah, you want price to break above this high to start looking at the 1 minute. But yeah, I'm not gonna go like too far on this. We're already almost 1 hour in. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. For those of you who saw part 1, part 2, and part 3, leave a comment. If you have questions, ask them in the comments or DM me on Discord, um, and I'll be very happy to answer you and help you. Thank you guys.